Hey you guys, my name is Dariana, aka Not at Her Time, aka your trading bestie.
Where'd you find this?
And today's video is a little casual one once again, because you see we got the vlog style going on today. I did want to update you guys on my futures learning and stuff, because y'all were really helping me out in the last video. So yeah, I finally sat down and actually tried to understand contracts. I watched two videos that were sent to me by someone from that commented on my last video, and they were extremely helpful. So I'm just gonna break it down for y'all real quick so that I can make sure that I know what I'm talking about, and if I don't understand it, y'all can help me and correct me and stuff. And I got my notes right here, so be patient with me. So y'all, first thing first, I learned, because I was confused about points and ticks, right? So the points are basically the numbers on the side of the chart, these little numbers right here. The whole numbers is the points, and then the decimal are the ticks. And I'm gonna use NQ for an example. So NQ moves in 0.25. That's how NQ is moving, okay? So every 4 ticks is going to be 1 point. Also keep in mind that the numbers vary for each instrument that you're trading, but again, for this video, or for me explaining this to y'all, I'm gonna use NQ. I also learned too, the micro M, which is for NQ, which is NQ, is 1/10 of one NQ contract, right? So keep that in mind, because that's going to be important later. You basically calculate it by using the dollar per point. So this is where you got to get your plug-in numbers so that you can calculate your risk, right? We know that NQ is worth $5 per tick. And where you can find this out, I'm gonna show y'all. Y'all can just go to CME Group, okay? And they will literally tell you all the specs of the different markets. So you can just go to markets, and then they have some already up here. You see they got E-mini NAS, or you can just search it up right there and just type it in. Let's say E-mini NAS. You would go to specs where it says minimum price fluctuation. You see it says 0.25 index points, which is the ticks, equals $5. And then here where it says contract unit, that's basically the point, pretty much $20. So you know that 1 point equals $20 on the NQ. Okay, so now that we know that 1 point on the NQ is $20, when we look at the points on the side of the chart, now we could calculate it. Okay, so let's say you have, I'm gonna just use these numbers for example. Let's say you have, in fact, no, let's even get on the charts. Let's get on the charts for the visual learners. Let's say the top of this swing right here, you can see it says 17699.50. Let's say you wanted to calculate a 20-point move from this number. I'm gonna get this price range tool right here. I'm gonna line it up, count out 20 points. Subtracting 20 points from this number, you get 17679.50. From here down to this area right here was a 20-point move to the downside. So to calculate that 20-point move, now that we know, again, because we went on CME Group, now that we know that 1 point equals $20 on NQ, and we just move down 20 points, you do 20 times 20, you get $400. So now we know that 20-point move was equal to $400. So that's how you basically calculate it with your stop loss. So that's what they meant when they were saying the risk is based off the amount of your stop loss. So I was like, okay, I see what y'all saying. Let's use another example. So let's say you were taking this setup, right? And you wanted to get in at the break of this bearish candle. So you would put your position tool, over there. And then your stop loss, you can see, is, let's even just put it at a whole number to make the math easy. Let's say your stop loss is 22 points. So to know how much you're going to have to risk, right? And this is kind of where it's different from Forex, because Forex, you got them precise numbers, but on futures, it's only moving by, increments of 0.25. So now that we know the formula, let's do the math. 22-point stop loss. 1 point on NQ is equal to $20. 22 times 20. If you risk one contract on NAS or NQ, which is the E-mini, not the micro. This is the largest one you could trade on. If you're risking one contract on NQ, then you're risking $440. Let's say we're on MNQ, okay, which is the micro. Gotta get my notebook out, y'all, because I was writing stuff down here too. So if we know that the micro, okay, is 1/10 of the mini. I talked to somebody about it, and when they explained it to me, they basically just said, move the decimal. Let's use the example we just did. So we have a 22-point stop loss times $20 per point, which equals what I say, which equals $440, which is a whole number. I believe you would just move the decimal one time to the left for the micro. So if you're trading MNQ, then you will be risking $44 instead of $440. I think that's how that works. I think that's how that works. Also, in one of the videos that I watched, he talked about having, like, if you have a ranging stop loss. So, you know, like for me, my stop loss is not going to be the same for every trade. So he was just saying, you know, go ahead and do the calculations ahead of time, write it down. If you know your stop loss is going to range from 5 points to like 10 points, then you could just go ahead and like get that calculated so that when you trade in, you can just boom, look at the paper. Let me just put that in. And then even Tradingview, I think someone told me that, yeah, Tradingview has a calculator, so it should be good, but I still gotta test that. So that's what I'm also gonna be doing today. But yeah, y'all, I just feel like a weight has been lifted off my shoulder now that I understand these contracts, I think. Ooh. Oh my gosh.
The next day.
Okay, so clearly it is a different day and different time. It's actually the next day at night. Okay, I was, you know, lifing doing that, but I did want to pop back in here and just give y'all slight little updates. So, one, this is my plan, y'all. This is my plan. One, get used to using contracts. Okay, get used to trading with contracts. So I think for the rest of February, which is basically, we got like a week left for the rest of this last week of February, I'm going to be paper trading and getting used to using the contracts. Two, I've been doing some reflecting on my trading, and I just think I need to make a slight change, like the slightest change. Like, I don't know, I think I need like I need a new parameter or new rule for me to kind of like push myself into a position where I could be more profitable. For the rest of February, I want to go like super heavy on the back testing. Like, I want to go like super heavy on that, so I could really like do a deep dive into my trading and my setups and really, I don't know, see what I can learn from that. Good morning, you guys. So it's currently almost 9 o'clock. This is we're in New York session right now. This is my trading session, and like I told y'all yesterday, I'm paper trading for the rest of this month, so I could test, you know, Tradingview trading and Tradingview execution and stuff. So yesterday I went ahead and I bought the futures data for Tradingview, because, you know, you have the futures data, or the futures charts are delayed. You have to actually pay to get the real-time data. So I went ahead and bought that, and y'all, it went up in price too, because when people were saying that it was $5, like I was told it was $5, and then that's what people were also saying in some videos I was watching. It's $7 now. It's $7 a month now. So yeah, just so y'all know. Tradingview already knows what it is. They already know everybody's going over the futures, so they're trying to get their coin. I don't blame them. There's really not much going on in the market right now. There was some news that dropped at 8:30, so right now all my pairs are just, except for NAS, as you can see, because this is NAS. All my other pairs, they're just dropping, so they're not really giving me any setups. And I just wanted to test the paper trading, so I entered into this random like consolidation area just so I could watch how the execution works and all that stuff. And here's my thoughts so far. So one, as I said earlier, TradingView does have a calculator, and it does make it really, really easy to just, put in like how many units you're trying to risk, and it'll show you the money amount. So that makes it really easy. And I could really compare it to Magic Keys, because this is what I was using when I was on MetaTrader, and low key, like obviously I like having a physical calculator because it makes me feel bougie, but like the TradingView calculator is like perfectly fine. And I like how the money movement is like how it's showing, because on the Forex market everything was so precise, so it was always every single cent will be shown, but on futures it's going to move by the tick increments and the point increments. It's like a nice, like, I like how the money counts in those increments. It just makes it like more simple. I don't know. Once you enter into your trade, they put the money and stuff on the side. And I believe you could change the settings if you don't want to see the money amount. I believe there's settings that you could change to change that. You can see here it says 17 because I put 17 contracts on this trade because it's a 100K demo. So I wanted to risk at least 1%. But I'm really liking like the dash thing right here. I'm really liking all of that. Okay, so that basically brings us to the end of this video. I really hope you guys liked it. I am so excited to trade futures and to take my first challenge with futures. So that's going to be really exciting, and hopefully I can document that journey for you guys. I actually been recording my journey since like 2022, but I just never posted it. I always knew that I wanted to make trading content, but I always thought that when I would actually make that jump and finally do it, I would be like this like pro trader, like I would be like turning up. But no, clearly I'm still like definitely like in my learning phase, and honestly I'm glad I am, because I just want to relate to someone out there who was like me back in 2020, who was like me back in 2021 and 2022. Like, I'm just gonna push myself, y'all. I do want to track this journey. I feel like everything, the way God has been working in my life is just like always crazy and shocks me every single day. So I feel like I need to catch it on camera so I can look back at it and be like, wow, like he was cooking. We'll see what happens with everything, with this channel, with trading futures. Yeah, I'm just so happy I could bring y'all along on this journey. But just as a side note though, I always gotta put trading first. So if I start slacking, y'all, like if I start slacking, if y'all don't see me, if y'all don't hear me talking about trading or hear me talking about whatever, about my personal business, my personal trading life, that's because I'm focused. Bear with me. Although this is something I've always wanted to do, it's kind of like outside my character a little bit. So bear with me, y'all. Bear with me. We gonna get through this though. We gonna see this to the end. You thought that because I was sitting here in my pajamas, I wasn't gonna say my outro? No. If nobody has told you yet, let me be the one to tell you that someone has faith in you, and that someone is me. With love, I will see y'all in the next video. We really traded off futures. Like, bro, this is crazy.